Hello and welcome on the Potros YouTube channel here at Bethesda Park on the road in Lawrenceville, Georgia, here to bring you the match of Pachuca, Georgia taking on Potros FC. Potros FC haven't played in almost 3 weeks, back in action. We'll go through the history of these two teams in a minute, but first we'll bring you the starting lineup for Potros. A few changes here in this lineup. Danny Morera, Carlo Andrade, and Luke Montes return to the squad, having missed out last time. Kevin Ruiz, who was in the squad last time but did not make an appearance, picked up an injury in the warm-ups, is starting today. He had time to recover. And then Shama Shasha making his debut today, his first appearance with Potros. On top of that, returning players to the starting lineup, Cameron Verona in goal. Kwesi Paul will be in the defensive line. Daniel Pico gets his second start in a row. Holt Ward comes into the starting lineup, having made an appearance off the bench last time out. And Pedro Valenzuela, Mark Binot will also be the other two that make up the rest of the starting lineup. Frankie Ruiz had plenty of time to try out new ideas, try out new players, get players back from injury, a few of them returning today who missed out previously, and now the teams get the final gear ready. They will be missing some players though. Benjamin Uranga will miss out due to injury, was not available for this match. And on top of that, Pedro Lima likely out for the season with an ACL injury, unfortunately. From the last time out, Eric Graham and Melvin Velasquez are on the bench as well, who have been starting most of the games this season. But also, Stephen Raymond and Matt Mitchell return to the bench. John Simmons is on the bench as well. He made an appearance off the bench last time out against Birmingham in his debut. They've also got Felipe Peixoto as the backup goalkeeper, Gonzalo Hurtado, another option off the bench, as well as Rocco Bransford, who also started last time out. And then to make up the final man of the roster today is Airam Rodriguez, another debutant if he makes an appearance today, but first match in the squad for Potros, one of the players that came in during that 2-week break. So what we have today at hand, Pachuca, Georgia, and Potros FC taking on in the UPSL Premier for the 4th time, I believe, in only a matter of a couple of seasons. They face each other last season in the playoffs, in the quarterfinals. Pachuca, Georgia ended up winning that match 2-1 with a last-minute header off of a corner kick to eliminate Potros in the first round. They went on to the semifinal where they were eliminated by Georgia Revolution. Season before that, they also met in the playoffs, but it went the other way around. I believe Potros had I believe it was either a 4-0 or a 5-0 win. I don't remember the exact score at the moment. But that was the season when Potros went on to win the entire playoffs last spring, so almost a year ago. They did not meet in the regular season last season as they were put in separate divisions. So they did not meet in the regular season, but they met in the postseason. Today, this is a regular season match. They have been placed in the same division for this spring season. Now, coming into this game, both teams have almost had identical starts to the season. They faced the same. Both played 3 games. They faced the same 3 opponents and had the same 3 results, which were all draws. Neither side has won or lost a game this season. So this game is going to be an opportunity for either of these teams to change the trajectory of their season. Potros started the season against SSL. They finished in a 1-1 draw. Pachuca also started their season against SSL the week after. They ended in a 1-1 draw. Potros then traveled to Georgia Impact, where they picked up another 1-1 draw on the road. Pachuca, Georgia played here at Bethesda Park, hosting Georgia Impact. That game also ended in a 1-1 draw. And then lastly, Potros, their last match a couple weeks ago was against FC Birmingham, which also ended in a 1-1 draw over at Cass High School. And Pachuca, Georgia traveled to Birmingham, and they ended up in a 3-3 draw. So that's where the two teams end up diverging for a bit. So Pachuca with the slight advantage in the table with more goals scored. Similar in both games were red cards involved in those matches as well. So Potros today, Carlo Andrade back in the lineup after picking up a red card in the first week of the season. but Latrell Bradshaw will miss out on this one. He'll also miss out on the next one with a 2-game suspension. So no Latrell Bradshaw in the squad today. And it will still be a couple of weeks before he's able to get back in action. So final warm-ups as the referees are getting ready to go there at half field. Take a look, Potros in their white kits today. See number 50, Carlo Andrade, back in the team and getting his first start of the season. He made about a 5-minute appearance off the bench against SSL before he was sent off. Holt Ward starting there. Pedro Valenzuela wearing the captain band today. Shama Shasha getting his debut today, wearing number 63. Luke Montes will be starting as well. Kevin Ruiz back in the starting lineup. Daniel Pico starting. Kwesi Paul, Mark Binot, and Cameron Verona also. Air Kwesi, as we've coined. We'll see how he's able to use his physical presence and his experience to help lead this team as they look to try to defend their title. Because of other results that have happened in the league, Potros have the opportunity to defend and repeat their regular season title, not with the same 10-0 record that they did in the fall, but they will, if they win the rest of their matches, it will be in their hands. They will finish first place regardless of other results. One of the reasons for that is LSA Mustangs, who is currently sitting at the top with a perfect record so far in the season. Potros will play them twice near the end of the season in May. I believe one game in May, and then one game will be in the beginning of June, and that will be the final game of the season. So depending on how the results go, that could end up being the title decider over there at the end of the season. But they have to win the game today to stay in that position, and they've got 6 more games as well on top of that. So long season still to go. Still plenty to play for. Plenty of silverware to obtain. Potros so far in the 2 full seasons with Frankie Ruiz as the head coach has picked up 2 championships. They won the spring 2025 playoff championship, and then they won the fall 2025 regular season championship. Now in his 3rd full season with a rough start today. A rough start to this season with 3 draws out of the bat, but a chance here to kind of turn things around as we get ready for the kickoff. Thank you for joining us here on the Potros YouTube, on bringing you this match on the road, thanks to CMR Broadcasting. They will be back home next week at Cass High School. That game will be a doubleheader with Red Top Soccer Club. The first match playing at 4 p.m. It's going to be brought to you on the Red Top YouTube channel. And then at 7 p.m., Potros will play. They'll take on Scenic City in a rematch of the Chattanooga Challenge preseason tournament, where Scenic City was victorious over in Chattanooga. This one will be played over at Cass High School. Here come the teams walking out for the national anthem and start of the game. Pachuca in the dark blue, Potros in the white, and moments away from the kickoff. Final shake of the hands. Potros, the away team today, will lead the handshakes. As we mentioned, two teams with identical starts to the season, 3 draws in 3 games against the same 3 opponents. Only difference was that Pachuca had a 3-3 draw with Birmingham, whereas Potros had a 1-1 draw. So Pachuca with the slight advantage on goals scored, and now a chance for either of these teams to pull away from the other, get back into a playoff position, and look to turn their seasons around. Two teams who did a very good job in the last couple of seasons getting into the playoffs, teams that are expected to be in the playoffs. Ricardo Montoya with Pachuca, Georgia, Frankie Ruiz with Potros, leading their teams, looking for the result. Who will come on top? We have 90 minutes to separate us from that result, or will they continue on the streak of drawing games? It's a nice weather here today. We've had some heat throughout the week, the last couple of weeks. Today, sitting right at the mid-60s with clouds in the sky. So the weather, perfect conditions for this game. Potros will get us underway with the kickoff. The referees getting the final information passed along. So we will wait a second. We'll have a final check of the goals as well. And now the referee, Carlos Rondon, ready to get us started here. And we are underway. Potros getting us underway. It's immediately played forward by Morera, headed out by Pachuca, and we're in the front third. It's Holt Ward here on the left side, going to be the one to take the throw in. Looking to play it to Bino, Darinho. It's a contested ball there, played back in by Valenzuela. A narrow field here today, about 60 yards wide. Here's Andrade. Across to Morera. Morera trying to flick it into the box. It's short. Pico immediately there. Daniel Pico immediately to put the pressure on. And pressure continued by Potros. One back nearly by Andrade, but it ends up back in the feet of a Pachuca player. Andrade back to Kwesi Paul. Going direct to the back line, trying to find Holt Ward, who's made the run up from behind, but it's going to be difficult, as we mentioned. The field very narrow here today, so those balls are going to have to be careful not to be too long, or they'll easily find themselves out of bounds. Now Pachuca in their own corner have the entire field to go to try to get out of the pressure. Morera heads it back to Valenzuela. Under pressure, forced to play the ball out of bounds. I believe he was trying to get that to Ward. Thrown in by Pachuca. Now they're under pressure. Near the touch line. The final touch comes off Kevin Ruiz, out for another Pachuca throw. Ball put in, I believe that was by Montes. Too far for Darinho. Ends up at the feet of the goalkeeper. He places it back in on the ground. Pachuca trying to play out from the back. Hits off of Daniel Pico there on the far side. Pachuca playing through the pressure. Morera late to the challenge, trying to force the ball to go backwards. Does well. Now Pachuca coming through. They get through the legs of Montes, played into the box, And Shasha there shielding it. Referee comes back for a free kick. That was a pretty late call. Didn't see exactly the contact as it happened. We'll see it one more time here. There was Montes trying to win it. It looks like, yeah, just saw Moreira coming across, decided to draw the contact and ended up winning the free kick because of it. But Moreira really did not commit a foul offense on the player. The player did well to win the free kick though. As their legs got tangled up, he threw himself to the ground. The crowd a little bit in the favor of Pachuca as they're the home team today. Referee may be influenced. Played down on the ground. Kwesi Paul there to clear out to safety. And set pieces is where Potros is going to need to be very focused. That's how they were eliminated in the playoffs last season against Pachuca. A free kick and a corner kick, the 2 goals. That free kick they dealt with this time. And now Pachuca with a throw-in from a deep position. With the narrow field, these throw-ins can be treated almost like corner kicks if you have a long enough throw. Now the ball comes into the box. Back out and crossed in to the far post. Player goes down on the far post. Daniel Pico was the one with him, but nothing in it. It ends up off of the Pachuca player, out for a Potros throw over there by the Potros bench. Referee not happy with the placement of the throw. Pico will need to take it from further deeper. Andrade leaves it. Ruiz connects with him, trying to get it forward to Darinho, but they can't find the space. And now Pachuca with some possession. They'll go back to their own half, all the way back to the goalkeeper. Potros bringing the lines up. Pressure on. The goalkeeper still under pressure. Played short. Ruiz there. It's a missed touch. It's going to be a Potros throw in a dangerous position. Pico to take. Thought about putting it into the box early. Now finds Valenzuela on behind the line, and they'll get another throw from a deeper position. Daniel Pico once again on the throw. Looking to go over the top. It lands at a Pachuca player. Moreira late on the challenge. Referee once again with a bit of a hesitation to call it, but this one was a foul. No questions about it. Moreira was late on the challenge for the header. Danny Moreira back into the midfield. Has been playing mostly as an outside back for the last season. Today, back in the defensive midfield where he normally would play, with the absence of Benjamin Oranga due to injury. Moreira comes in and fills in that gap. Ruiz with a nice header forward, but too far wide. Here's Pachuca. They can't keep it in play. It feels like this is going to be a match with a lot of throw-ins. Pico forward. Headed down by Andrade. Ruiz gets to it. A foot of a Pachuca player in his face wins him a free kick. Potros from a deep position. Looking potentially to put a ball into the box, but they're leaving a lot of their aerial threats further back. Kwesi Paul staying around the halfway line. A referee delaying the restart, just wanted to get the wall in the right position. Here's Carlo Andrade to put the ball in. It's over everyone. But a foul called, I believe it was on Kevin Ruiz based on the body language. I did not see the contact. Here's a challenge by Danny Moreira. And it's going to be a free kick. That one was late. It's just going to be a talking to this time. Moreira with already his third foul of the game. I do believe the first one was not a foul. It was just a bit of a tanglement of legs. The Pachuca player sold it well. The other two, undeniable. Needs to be careful. Another long ball. This time it does find the Pachuca player. There's Shasha putting the pressure on. He gets it out. But it looks like... No, it's still going to be a Pachuca throw. We thought for a second maybe it was already out. Ruiz back... Or no, that wasn't Ruiz. Pico sending it forward. Darinho flicks it on as well. There's Ruiz on the front line. Andrade picking it up in the midfield. Surrounded by Pachuca players. They win it back. Here comes Pachuca on the attack. Played out wide, cross comes in, and off target, out for a goal kick. This was that challenge for Moreira a second ago. Just got a talking to this time. It started from the quick free kick for Pachuca. He came down to close down the man. Late in it, picked up the contact there. Just needs to be careful, the young midfielder. Again, we mentioned, has mostly been playing as an outside back today, starting in the midfield. It's a different type of challenge, especially in a narrow field like this. There's going to be a lot of bodies. Goal kick from Verona comes in. Moreira wins that one cleanly. Ruiz gets to it and flicks it into the space. Darinho trying to chase it down. Pachuca men crashing with each other. Clearance falls to Ward. Cross comes in. Still looking for it. It's cleared again. Here's Luke Montes. First with a missed touch, but wins it back on the second attempt. Here's Ward. Holt Ward. Puts a cross in, looking for Darinho. The Pachuca defender deals with it well, but the midfielder loses it out to Valenzuela. Darinho in behind, looking for Pico. A bit too heavy for him. The goalkeeper claims that one. Thrown out quickly. Pachuca on the counter. Looking for the switch, the direct pass. It's read well by Kwesi Paul. With time, finds the feet of Valenzuela. Pedro Valenzuela carrying forward. To Ward, cutting inside. Ward now inside the box, goes for goal. A good save there from the Pachuca keeper. It was a difficult angle for Ward. Did well to get it on target, but the keeper saw it all the way through. Pachuca with a little bit of help of a deflection, get the ball forward. Now the ball's in behind. Verona off his line, gets to that one first. Good work there from the veteran goalkeeper. The flag didn't come up, so it was onside. Here's Shasha. To Moreira, getting his head down, looking for the long switch. It's Ward again. He can't get to it that time. The keeper reads it into his box. And Pachuca coming back the other way. Moreira then a right spot there. Darinho under pressure loses out. Pachuca forced back to their keeper again. Now for the long clearance. Montes controls that one well. Out of the air. Very good work there from Luke Montes to control that one with his chest. Kwesi Paul putting a ball in. Too far for Pico. Goal kick for Pachuca. We'll look at this opportunity for Holt Ward again. He did well here, as you can see, to cut inside, get into the penalty area, but a difficult angle. Just toe poked it to the goal, hoping to get something on it, but not enough power or difficulty for the goalkeeper to really cause any problems. Goal kick from Pachuca finds the man. Ward coming back to help defend. Does well to shield it out for a throw. Forward, Kevin Ruiz. It comes off the hand of the Pachuca player. No call. Shasha wins that one. Pachuca player wins it in between two Potros players. Now going forward himself to the edge of the box. It was Valenzuela who put the final tackle in to stop the attack. Now here's a good chance for Potros. Ruiz connecting with Darinho. Back to Ruiz. Darinho continuing his run. It's in behind. It's going to be too heavy. Pachuca keeper picks it up with ease and quickly back into possession. Better ball movement in the midfield from Pachuca. They've had difficulties going through the center of the field. This is good work from them. They get in behind. And Morera there to get the ball out of bounds on the far side. It's definitely a very congested midfield today. Morera clears that ball out to the Pachuca defense. Go back in through the middle. They find the man in the middle. On the turn, they find the wide man at the edge of the box. Cross coming in, but they can't get it under control in that final third yet. Mistake there from Verona, but it ends up saved by Luke Montes, the first corner of the match. There's a goal kick from Verona that was a bit rushed. He was looking for the short option, didn't have it, and then with the team completely spread out, decided to go long. It fell right to the Pachuca player, and with Potros so spread out, they were able to just slide on through. Tried to make up for it by reading the ball in behind. Pachuca player got around him, put the cross in. Montes covered well and got it out for the corner. A set piece for Pachuca where they can pose some danger. Cross comes in. All the way to the backside, goes through the traffic. Kevin Ruiz there to help get it out of danger. Pachuca will recycle back to their goalkeeper. They've still got the numbers forward. They find the wide man here. It's kept in play, but not under control. Montes comes to pick it up, sends it back down the line the other way. It's off by... I wasn't sure what exactly happened, but it went out for a Pachuca throw. I thought it came off the Pachuca player, but I might have seen it wrong. Ball picked up here by Andrade to Valenzuela, going for goal, but can't get that one on target. Just didn't get the right contact he was looking for. This was that opportunity for Pachuca a second ago with the goal kick from Verona. Just nobody there for Potros. Came right back to him, mistimed it, and then they were able to get the cross in, but Luke Montes able to save the day, covering for Verona. Pachuca with the direct ball. It bounces behind Pico. I'm not sure if he got a touch. He didn't. Will be his throw-in. A push in the back on Andrade. Free kick for Potros. This time, Potros will send one of their defenders forward. It's going to be Shama Shasha. Andrade to take it again. Last time they didn't bring any of those targets forward, and it ended up right at the Pachuca player. Let's see what they can do this time. Andrade puts it back into the box again. Won by Pachuca again, and with space to come out, Morera wins it this time, finds Ward. Trying to go back into the box. And the referees calls a handball, even though a similar one happened right in front of us a few minutes ago for Pachuca. He didn't call that one. This one was even less time for Ward to react. The other one, the Pachuca player just brought the ball down with his hand. On this one, Ward was in the corner. It was played into his arm from a short distance. Shasha can't control that one. It ends up at the feet of Pachuca. From the wide area, cutting inside. Out to the edge of the box, shot in. It's a soft one, and Verona will control it. And eventually pick it up. Rolled out to Kwesi Paul. Back to Verona. Now he goes long through the middle. Nobody there. Wasn't looking for a target, and doesn't seem. Free kick for Potros. It ended up Valenzuela came across to try to block the cross. The Pachuca player under pressure sent it forward, and in the follow-through caught Valenzuela. Paul short to Dadinho. Back to Paul. Now in behind. Andrade timed his run well, but can't get to it. And out for a goal kick. Paul sends it up into the sky and out for a throw. Pachuca take it from about 20 yards deeper than where the ball went out. Moving the ball around the back. They send it back the other way. Here come Pachuca again, into the box, once again across, now to the far post, cutting inside, and what a finish there from Pachuca. It was nice and easy for them. Potros defense all over the place, not following the man, not winning the first balls, and Pachuca with an early lead, a deserved lead from this start of the game, and Potros still, with the 3 weeks off, not able to find the rhythm that they've been looking for. We'll see it once again. It starts with that long ball over the top. We come into the replay already with the ball, but nice movement there. They just play it from one man to the other all the way to the far side and then finish it off there in the corner. Here's Dadinho in the box, forward to Ruiz. Moreira trying the shot from distance. But one difference you'll see with Potros is they're not really working the ball around in the front. They're mostly looking for those balls in behind. Looks like they don't have much idea. You can even see there Dadinho signaling we need to move the ball around. It's not much control. And then on those direct passes from Pachuca, they haven't been able to deal with them like this one as well. One back by Valenzuela, under pressure. Forced out of bounds. Valenzuela winning it back to Andrade. Here's Paul. Forward to Valenzuela. Now Ward. Trying to slip it through the Pachuca defense. Pachuca again coming to the attack, this time on the far side where they started last time. Cross comes in, Paul sends it out for a corner. They're finding that far corner pretty easily on that far side. On multiple occasions they've been able to get in behind there. Play being stopped due to the kids playing behind the goal. Paul wins the header in the box. It's put right back in by Pachuca. 3 men unmarked on the back post. They find the widest one and put another cross in. Paul gets his head to it once again. Pico now able to clear. Darinho up there. He wins it. It's a 3 versus 2. It's an opportunity here for Potros. Kevin Ruiz, a bad touch into the Pachuca defender. A wasted opportunity there. He had time to control. He didn't need to play that first time. Now Shasha back in control. It's Paul under pressure. Gets it out to Montes. Moreira. Back to Montes. Shasha, one-time pass into the midfield. Darinho picks it up. Trying to go into the box. Ruiz too far from it. Potros just being a bit impatient in the final third. As we saw in that last counterattack opportunity, the 3v2. Here's Valenzuela, finds Andrade. Can he do something to open this game up? Darinho gets it across to Pico. Daniel Pico from an angle. Keeper makes the save on the first one. And it's out for a corner. Incredible save there. A great opportunity, a much better worked play there from Potros. See it one more time. Andrade to Darinho. He slips it through to Pico on the far side from a tight angle. The keeper did well to close down the angle, and Pachuca hold on to their lead as we reach the second half of this first half. Chance here from the corner kick, very close to the goal. You can see how close From the corner to the goal it is. Paul's there on the far post, a good option. It's past him, it's past Ward. It comes off the head of a Pachuca player and out for Potros throw. They'll keep the numbers forward. Ward to take. Cleared by Pachuca again. Montes there as well. Comes off of him, trying to keep it in, but can't do so. It's going to be a goal kick. Ball back into play. Another long ball over the top. Pico again allowing it to bounce behind, but no one with him that time. He wins the throw. Forward to Ruiz. Heads it on to Valenzuela. Under pressure. Trying to flick it back in. Darinho picks it up. Trying to turn with it. Pachuca player there. It's already out of bounds. It'll be a Potros throw. Pico tried to keep it in. Ball into the box, cleared by Pachuca. Montes to control here on the edge of the halfway line. Finds Morera. Forward to Ward. A heavy touch from him. Can't keep it in play. It's going to be a goal kick. A bit better the last few minutes for Potros. They are doing a better job at connecting in the front. Now they just need to keep making some dangerous opportunities. A player down for Pachuca off the field. I'm not sure exactly what happened. We'll need some attention here. Maybe a bit of cramp. The sun comes out. It's in the face of the Pachuca players right now, the sun. Daniel Pico's ball forward. Ruiz flicks it on. Darinho tries the back heel. It comes back to him. Flicked out by the Pachuca player. Pachuca currently down to 10 men. Potros get the ball into the box. Ruiz can't control as he's backpedaling into the box. They've got a substitute getting ready to come in, but they're playing down a man until he's able to come in. Potros trying to take advantage. Here's Daniel Pico's forward. Ruiz flicks it one more time. It comes to a Pachuca player this time. Ball cleared out. Kwesi Paul over here to Montes. Back to Paul. Now Morera with space to turn. Forward to Ruiz. Ruiz falls right into 3 Pachuca players and can't get it under control. And now Pachuca with a chance to counter here. Nice back heel pass. And they go back to their keeper, trying to get some more control. Coming to the near side. It's going to be too high. And into the stands, but it actually stays here inside. Now Pachuca will make the substitute. They're back up to 11 players. Holt Ward down the line looking for Darinho. It's behind him. Cleared by Pachuca. Bounces behind Moreira. Paul gets to it. Still with Pachuca. A loose ball. Valenzuela picks it up. Forward to Ward. Ward connecting with Darinho. Darinho cutting back. Now Andrade. Out to Shasha. Back to Andrade. Moreira. Andrade forward to Darinho. Darinho trying to find it in behind the defense. Pass deflected back to him. Now back to Paul. Potros with some good possession here, but still not able to find that final third. Valenzuela. To Paul. Moreira. Finds Ward. Good control from him. Ruiz runs out of space. Moreira wins it cleanly. Referee stopping to check on the player, I believe. Bit of confusion on the field. Ten minutes to go in this first half. Free kick for Pachuca. Cross comes in. It's won by Pachuca. Not enough power on it. Verona picks it up, looking to try to spring the attack the other way. It comes in, hits off of two Pachuca players, falls to another, and they connect in the midfield. A loose ball picked up here by Pico. Forward to Andrade, a heavy touch as he had two defenders around him trying to get into a shooting position, but the ball gets away from him and the goalkeeper able to pick it up. Rolled back in to the midfield of Pachuca. They find the open man here on the near side. Montes reads the tackle well, comes off of the Pachuca player it seemed, but no, it's going to be a Pachuca throw. Go for the long switch. A pass back picked up by Andrade. A chance here for Potros. And a foul there on Andrade. It's going to be the first yellow card as Andrade was trying to get the cross in. The Pachuca player comes from behind and just clips him. Referee trying to play peacemaker in this game, talking to everyone very calmly. Valenzuela to take the free kick. Cross to the back post. Paul up for it. A little bit too high for him. Ball kept in on the far side by Pachuca. They win a throw. Going to be a bit of added time, we believe, for a lot of stoppages here. A lot of time for the referee to talk to players. Should be added on. Paul winning the ball once again at the halfway line. Pachuca first to it. A foul called. Don't know what's happening. I believe playing in a dangerous manner. Here's Montes, cross comes in. It was Ruiz who got a cross to it. I believe it came off the Pachuca player before ending up in the hands of the goalkeeper once again. Rolled out short this time. Pachuca trying to go down the line. Comes off of the Potros player. Andrade heads forward to Ruiz. Free kick on. Did not. Free kick for Potros. Not sure what the call was. Played short by Paul to Andrade. Now Valenzuela. Back to Andrade. A mistake almost there, and Darinho blocks the clearance, but it wasn't enough to get it towards goal. Ball cleared into the defensive area. Paul can't get it under control. It's back in for Pachuca. Chance here. It's played across. Still with the number 27. Gets it back across to number 18. And his shot is off target. Referee gives a corner kick. We'll see on the replay. I don't think it took any deflections. We'll see once again. Yeah, I don't see any deflections, but the referee gives a corner anyway. Chance here for Pachuca to double their lead before the halftime. Cross comes in. It's to the back post. It's over everyone. Kept in on the near corner. Now Paul clears on the front post. Darinho trying to bring it down. Oh. Kevin Ruiz winning it back. High up the pitch. Gets around one. Brought down, gets back up, trying to play it in. It comes off of a Pachuca player, putting a tackle in. Still not out. Here comes Darinho. To Ruiz. A missed touch from him. Montes puts the ball back in. Looking for Pico. It's too high for him. Pico with a nice tackle there, but it's only can get to a Pachuca player. They clear it out. Montes controls. Back to Paul. Montes with some space. Dadinho, a hard foul on him right here. That was a nasty challenge right in front of the ref. Ref doesn't do anything, just calls the foul. Montes forward, looking for Ward. It's picked up by Pachuca. Valenzuela winning it back. Pachuca play the ball forward. They find the man. Moreira across to win it back. Montes helping him out. Still a loose ball here in the middle. They find the ball out wide. Around Pico. Cross coming in. Over everyone. And out for a throw. Now in added time. Try to see if we get an indicator of how much added time will be. Potros trying to find a way out. Ruiz brought down. As he went down, it comes off of him and lands to Pico. Now Dadinho with Valenzuela. Out to Ward. Ward going into the box himself. The Pachuca player does well. And then dives on top of the ball. Referee doesn't say anything. Play continues. Dadinho here winning it back in the corner. Ward with him. Valenzuela trying to get to it as well. Now it's cleared. Another Pachuca player diving on top of the ball. This time the referee does... Oh, no, he gives a free kick to Pachuca instead. Pachuca players trying to take advantage of the way the referee's reffing the game. Two separate occasions. They feel the contact and they dive on top of the ball to try to win a free kick. The first time was unsuccessful. The second time was. Cross all the way to the far side. Verona gets to it. Keeps it in the box. Now into the 4th minute of added time. And it will only be 3 that will be played, and that will bring us to halftime. Pachuca with the narrow 1-0 lead. And we'll be back to bring you the second half in about 15 minutes. Welcome back here at Bethesda Park in Lawrenceville, Georgia. We're getting ready for the second half of this UPSL Week 4. Well, it's really Week 6 of the season. It's the fourth game for both of these two teams, Pachuca and Potros. Pachuca currently with the 1-0 lead going into the second half here on their home field. Both of these teams came into this match with 3 draws out of 3 games played. They played the same 3 teams as well. Pachuca now with the lead, but 45 minutes to go. An even match for the most part. Pachuca being a bit more clinical in the front of the field. But Frankie Ruiz, speaking with Kevin Ruiz, has a lot to think about to try to turn the season around. Potros winning titles in their last 2 seasons. This season, with the struggle in the start of the season, having a difficult time to even get into a playoff spot. So they need something different here in the second half than what they've had all season. They need something different in this season to get back where they have been for the last couple of years, near the top of the table. Teams have approached their way of facing Potros differently in the last few seasons. It's a lot more compacted, a lot more difficult. The teams are a lot more defensive, more organized, and Potros have to find a way through. But in the end, it was a really well-worked play by Pachuca. A long ball over the top to the far corner, then played across, found a way all the way to the other side, a cutback and a finish, a really nice play. So there really can't be any complaints there. But Potros have not been able to do the same thing. No changes at halftime for Potros. They'll start the half with the same 11 that they finished. Pachuca will start us with the kickoff. And in 45 minutes, we will see if either of these teams can get their first win of the season. Both teams lined up and ready to go. We're waiting on the referees to do their final checks of the goals and getting into their positions. Referees playing a part in this match. Some very didn't finish my thought there, but we're underway in the second half. Pachuca start by playing the ball back to their keeper, looking for those long switches that they've done all of the first half. This one to the middle, Montes wins it. Moreira coming through, brought down by the Pachuca player. Potros will get a free kick. Moreira puts it back into play. Here's Shasha. Back to Moreira. Tries to get it across to Montes, but goes directly to the Pachuca player. A heavy touch allows Potros to play it back in. It was played in by Kwesi Paul. Holtward brought it down across in, and the Pachuca goalkeeper aware to it on the front post. Read it all the way into his hands. And now launching an attack the other way. A long throw into the midfield. Moreira cuts across. They find the way to find the teammate. And Pachuca coming here now on the near side. Playing across to the other center back. They find the man in between. Valenzuela coming back to try to win it back. But Pachuca with good control, good confidence, and good composure on the ball. Ball forward flicked in. Paul facing his own goal, shields it for Verona. Verona Sends it the other way, but just up into the middle of the field, not really looking for a target. It ends up off the Pachuca player to Dariño's feet. He plays it in behind. Here's Ward. Ward cross is blocked, and they'll get a corner. Looks to have come off of the Pachuca player in a dangerous area. He was slow to get up to his feet. Now up, grabbing his, it looks like his stomach. Maybe knocked the air out of him. Dariño looking to put the cross in. He's got Kwesi Paul there. They've got a lot of players right on the goal line. Dariño's cross in. It's over the top. It nearly finds its way into that back post. Just doesn't curl on time with a short distance to go to goal with this narrow field. Was not able to bend in on time. But showing some danger early in the second half, Potros. Andrade winning that one from the goal kick. It falls to the feet of Kevin Ruiz. Under pressure, forced to go back, and then ends up giving the ball away. Here's Pachuca. Tackle in from Morera and Montes. It slides through to another Pachuca attacker from the front post. Great save there by Cameron Verona to stop that one from going in. The giveaway by Kevin Ruiz in the middle of the field allowed Pachuca forward, and now they're in the corner kick. Incredible reflexes there from Cameron Verona to keep that one out. And now we'll have a corner kick. Cross coming in. It's to the front post. It's not cleared. Now it comes to the Pachuca player at the edge of the box. His shot through traffic ends up wide of the goal. The second half showing to be a bit more lively than the first half, with both teams trying to create chances early on. Verona's ball back in. Won by Pachuca, not contested. Shasha plays it in. Morera clears it off of his teammate, and now Pachuca back on the attack. Here's Daniel Pico winning it back. Carlo Andrade with pressure gets it to the feet of Dariño. Turns into the midfield looking for an option. Does well to create space for himself. Now gets Daniel Pico out wide. Pico trying to turn but ends up into a Pachuca player. Wins a throw in. Pico's ball in behind Ruiz. Can't bring it down. Morera in the midfield picks it up. Trying the long switch. It's into a Pachuca player. Valenzuela gets it back to him. He'll try it again. This time it's a better ball, but Holt Ward not able to adjust his position in time to keep it in play. Pachuca throw in on the far side. Thrown directly to Luke Montes. Out to Valenzuela. Looking for Ward, who has to turn with it. Does well to get his body in between. It was kept in, but did not take a deflection off of a defender. Will be a goal kick. Ball sent long from the goal kick. Shasha there to win it at half field. Back out for a Pachuca throw. 2 substitutes for Potros getting ready. It's going to be John Simmons, who had his first match before the break against FC Birmingham. And then Aidam Rodriguez, another new player, making his first appearance today if he comes in. It's Pachuca playing the ball around the back, through the midfield, a loose ball, but it finds a teammate. Switching it out to the far side. Down the line. Find a runner from the midfield. It was a little bit too long. Paul able to get his foot to it and now cleared on the second attempt. Ball forward. Pachuca defender gets to it. Andrade picks up the loose ball. Here's Ruiz with space in front of him. Has the overlapping run from Andrade. Goes for goal himself. Not enough to test the keeper, though, in a meaningful way. He just able to grab that one out of the air. Long ball over the top. The flag comes up for offside. Will be a free kick for Potros. Paul plays it short to Moreira. Moreira under pressure, out to Montes. Luke Montes goes back to Cameron Verona. Here's Shama Shasha under pressure. Plays it in behind. Darinho too far from it, but keeps the pressure on. The Pachuca player aware of his surrounding, able to turn. A touch around Moreira and forward. Shasha reads it well. Andrade forward to Pico. Pico with a nice flick over, but can't get it back under control. And he wins the free kick. A late call from the referee. As we saw in the first half, very late decisions. I don't think it was a foul, but he gave it. Valenzuela brought down. No call. Play continues. Andrade. Forward to Pico. Heavy touch into the middle. Cleared out by the Pachuca defender. Pico in behind. The Pachuca player clears. It hits off of Ruiz. In the midfield, Valenzuela picks it up. Pico playing it straight up in the air. Falls to the feet of Darinho. He brings it down. Bringing it across the goal. Shots blocked and now cleared by Pachuca as far as Luke Montes. Played out wide toward the Pachuca defender. Quick to get in front. Now the 2 substitutes step up to the halfway line for Potros. And the subs will happen here. So we will see the newly entered player Aidam Rodriguez and John Simmons as well. It's going to be Holt Ward and Kevin Ruiz, the ones who are replaced. Rodriguez immediately throwing it into the box. Darinho kept it in on the far side. It's cleared here. It's Andrade! That one was close. Immediately from the throw-in, the newly entered Rodriguez found the feet of Darinho there. Just kept it in on the goal line. Bounces right there, and Carlo Andrade on the bounce. Just not the right contact. Ball back in, cleared out by Pachuca. To the far side. It's going to go out for a Pachuca throw. The other entered player, John Simmons, will play up top alongside Darinho. Ball into the box for Pachuca. Played back out wide. Cross comes in. Bounces behind and Pico clears. Forward to Simmons. He's going to try to bring this one down. Has a Pachuca player on his back and one in front as well. They worked well together to win the ball back, but not able to keep it in play. We'll go out for a Potros throw. Here's Daniel Pico. Looking for Simmons. Under pressure, another, again, 2v1. Wins the throw in again from a more advanced position. Pico into the box, won by Pachuca, back out to him. He'll try it again. Back in again, Dariño this time using his body but not able to get the ball under control. The goalkeeper will pick that one up. Rolled into the midfield, immediately under pressure, goes back. They play it down the line. And out to safety for Potros. They'll get another throw. Forward to Andrade, trying to flick it forward. The Pachuca defender wins it back. Simmons helping out to get that one out for a throw. Thrown back into the feet of the midfielder. Takes it himself down the line, but runs into Andrade. Ball ends up back at the Pachuca player. Now they send the ball in behind. There's a runner on it. Kwesi Paul wins it. Forward to Andrade. Pressure coming on his back. To Valenzuela. One-time pass into the midfield. Nobody there. Pachuca once again with the ball. Looking to play it in behind. Kwesi Paul there. Into the midfield. It's only as far as a Pachuca player. Nice turn there on the far side, but they work well to win it back, Potros. Here's Rodriguez. Was looking to cut into the midfield. The Pachuca player read it well. Gets it out for a throw. Now Rodriguez gets it back into play, trying to throw it to the front line. It's only as far as a Pachuca midfielder. They switch it out to the near side. Player driving into the midfield. Ball forward, good connection there. Player goes down easily for Pachuca. Referee gives a free kick. And we'll pause for a substitute for Pachuca. From the free kick, Pachuca played it to the corner. Gets around Pico into the edge of the box. Played it back in. Pico and Shasha work together, get it out for a throw. Half an hour to go in this match. Pachuca still on the attack. Long throw in. Paul wins the first one. Here's Rodriguez. Forward to Dariño at the touchline. Can't keep it in play. Rodriguez picks it up again. Aidan Rodriguez can't find his way through, but he's pulled back. Wins a free kick. Paul plays it across to Morera. Morera with pressure, doesn't see the option, goes back to Verona instead. Long ball over the top. Direct to Simmons, who flicks it onto Dadinho. Here's a chance at the edge of the box. The back heel comes off his own leg. Was no need to play like that right there. Here's Valenzuela out wide to Rodriguez. Rodriguez forward looking for Simmons. It was a great work there from John Simmons to get the flicked on header. Dadinho in a dangerous position. Took the extra touch that was unnecessary. Back heels it off of his own leg, stopping the attack. Rodriguez again with the throw. Valenzuela winning it back in the midfield. Forward to Simmons. Shot saved. The rebound is still there, and it's in. Oh, no, it's not. It's wide. It looked like it was in from my angle. Apologies. It looked like that one was into the goal. Bouncing around. They're getting closer. That was a great attempt there from John Simmons on the shot on the front post. Keeper saved it. It cleared there off of Dadinho and wide of the goal. Got a bit excited. Thought it was going to go into the goal, but score stays 1-0. Pico puts it back into the middle. Pachuca player wins it. Valenzuela, good pressure from him. Simmons, good strength to hold off the attacker. Still Simmons, he's brought down. And that's going to be a yellow card to the Pachuca player. A free kick for Potros from a dangerous position. John Simmons, positive since coming on. And two more substitutes getting ready for Potros as well. It's going to be Eric Graham and Melvin Velasquez. A good position here, right at the center of the goal. Just about 27 yards-ish, 28 yards to go. Andrade lines up for it with Paul. Paul leaves it. It's Andrade. It hits off the wall. Finds Valenzuela here, keeps it in just at the edge, but then it's off of the side netting of the goal. And now we will see those two substitutes. It's Daniel Pico and Carlo Andrade, the ones who will be replaced. Eric Graham and Melvin Velasquez to come on. Goal kick sent in by Pachuca. Shasha heads it down. Here's Velasquez immediately putting the pressure on. Pachuca win it back. They play it back to their defensive line and to the goalkeeper. Simmons there putting the pressure on. Played back out. Here's Shasha. Forward, nobody there for Potros. Rodriguez winning that one there in the middle. Forward to Dadinho, brought down. Referee allows play to continue. One back by Valenzuela. Valenzuela brought down as well, no call. Cleared out by the Pachuca player. It's in behind. A chance here for Pachuca. Kwesi Paul with Shasha trying to block the shot. Paul brings down the Pachuca player right at the edge of the box. And now Pachuca with a free kick of their own from a similar position where the one for Potros was just a minute ago. And a yellow card shown to Kwesi Paul for that foul. Free kick comes in. It's on target. Verona gets across and makes the save. Grabs it on the second attempt as well. Sending the ball forward. Just right into the where everybody is. Didn't give any chance for his team to come up. Rushed play there by Verona. Paul putting the ball back into play, finds Rodriguez on the far side, brings it down for Dadinho. Dadinho back in for Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking for the opportunity to put a cross in. Ends up winning a throw in instead. "22 minutes to go. We're in the final quarter of this match. Ball in, Simmons flicks it on, Dadinho brings it down, trying the shot, it hits into the traffic, the rebound by Valenzuela here at the edge of the box. Here's Rodriguez. Forward to Simmons, a back heel to Dadinho. Back out to Rodriguez. Wins the throw. Ball into the edge of the box. Simmons trying to get to it. It's put in across here to Graham on the far side. Brings it right down, going to the edge of the line. Cross blocked, will win a corner kick. Velasquez coming across to take all three of the defenders going forward. Montes, Paul, and Shasha. Cross coming in, Velasquez to take. Puts it all the way to the back post. It's headed down at the edge of the box. Flicked on by Pachuca. They've got space to run here. Played in behind. It's going to be too heavy. Verona off his line. Gets to it. Cleared back forward. Paul, who stayed forward, wins it. Plays it into Simmons. Can't bring it down. And now Pachuca with space. Again, carrying into the midfield. Player goes down easily. Referee allows play to continue. Valenzuela trying to play it in behind. It hits off the Pachuca player. Out for a throw. Dadinho to take it quickly. Looking for Simmons in the box. He's surrounded by black shirts. Back out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez cross and Dadinho not able to get to it. Pachuca's keeper sees that one. Pachuca give the ball away. Here's Simmons. Can't find his teammate. Substitute for Pachuca. Graham takes the throw to the feet of Velasquez. Out to Moreira. Forward to Darinho. Velasquez continued his run. It comes to him. Into the boxes, Velasquez. The Pachuca player holds him back, but they get the ball and they come out. The defender did well to stop him from getting back onto it. Ball forward, picked out this time by Shasha. Kwesi Paul under pressure. Into the midfield. Valenzuela helping it out to Montes. Forward to Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the midfield. Darinho picking it up. Cross to Shasha. Now Moreira. Montes. Loose ball win by Pachuca. Shasha wins it right back. Velasquez to Paul. Paul takes a heavy touch. Valenzuela helps him on his way. Paul continuing his run into the midfield. Valenzuela to Moreira. Now Montes, who needs to make up for the last one. Out to Rodriguez. I believe that's actually Darinho. Now it finds to Rodriguez. Simmons there with him, keeping the ball in Potros' control. Going himself into the box. The Pachuca player under pressure wins the free kick. And they'll take their time to take the free kick. Pachuca coming forward. Ball in behind. On the far side. Cross comes into the back post. It's over everyone. And ends out for a goal kick. .15 minutes to go. Verona plays short to Paul. Back to Verona. Picked up by Moreira. Played in behind for Simmons. Wants to go into the box. Just slips for a second. Pachuca player gets it out for a throw. Matt Mitchell steps up to the halfway line for Potros. He won't come in on this play. It's Danny Moreira, Velasquez, and Eric Graham. Graham's ball picked out by Pachuca. They're coming the other way. It's in behind. Chance here for Pachuca. Shasha there. Good strength there from Shasha to get in between and get that ball out to safety. Great defensive work there from the debutant. And now the substitute will happen. Danny Moreira, the one replaced, will be off for Matt Mitchell. The 39-year-old coming in to help try to rescue at least a point here for Potros. They've got 14 minutes left. Pachuca holding on for their first win of the season as well. Cross coming in on the corner. Won by Paul. Out for another throw. Thrown into the corner. Mitchell there to put the pressure on. It ends up in the hands of Verona as the cross came in. Looking for an option. Has too many white shirts near him. Throws it out to Luke Montes, who's going to go direct, looking for Simmons. Pachuca player wins it with the knee. The header from the Pachuca player falls to Paul, but he can't bring it down. He can't bring it under his control. Pachuca win it right back. Pachuca into the box. Unmarked man, a shot, and that one's in. Again, just not able to get control of the ball. Pachuca wins it. They don't follow the runners. He's into the box by himself. A shot there. Verona probably could have done better. But Pachuca now with the 2-goal lead late in this match with 13 minutes to go. Potros not creating enough chances in this game. Here they come from the kickoff. A long ball into the corner. Rodriguez trying to get to it. The Pachuca player shields it out for a corner. Dadinho to take it. Cross comes in. It was Valenzuela, I believe, who won the header just over the bar. And out for a goal kick. Pachuca now quickly taking the goal kick the other way, playing it all the way in behind. Verona out of his box, bringing it under control. But his ball forward is to no one. Pachuca throw in, and they'll make a substitute as well. And they will take their time, kill off some more time. They've got 12 minutes. Pachuca back on the attack once again. They can kill the game off here. Velasquez wins it right at the edge of the box. Forward to Mitchell. Kept it in play just to here. In behind, looking for Simmons. A ball back to the keeper. Nice calm work there from the goalkeeper. Here's come Pachuca again with all the space to run forward. As this game is completely stretched out now, Shama Shasha wins it back. Eric Graham in the midfield. Connects with Valenzuela. Now Velasquez flicks it into the space. Here's Mitchell coming onto it. Shasha to Graham. Looking for Mitchell. It's right to the Pachuca defender. A long switch. Finds a Pachuca player. Montes there with him. Kept into play. Montes carrying out with pressure on his back. Still Montes. Ends up winning a free kick. Paul to take the free kick. Looking for Simmons. Bounces behind. It's cleared. Pachuca player gets to it first, into the midfield. Nobody there for Potros. Graham ends up at Graham's feet, though. Now Shasha took Paul. Paul finds Graham in between the lines. He flicks it onto Dadinho. Trying to go forward with pressure. Ends up playing it to the defense of Pachuca. Here's Montes. Still Luke Montes. Into the midfield. It hits off Velasquez and back to Pachuca. They play it out wide. Ball forward, Mitchell wins it back. Plays it to Graham, back to Mitchell. Out to Dadinho. Cross into Rodriguez, who was in an offside position. And that would be the final contribution for Dadinho in this match, as he's replaced by Steven Raymond. Graham. Sasha. Out by the Pachuca player. Mitchell throws forward, looking for Raymond. It's behind him. Sasha can't control Pachuca again. Valenzuela puts a tackle in. Montes with him. Pachuca in control of this match with the 2-goal lead. 5 minutes to go. They're in the attacking third. They're controlling the midfield. And they've got another free kick here. Cross comes in. Paul wins it. Nobody there for Potros on the second one. It falls to Pachuca. A ball played back across, finds Raymond. He plays it in behind. Simmons there. Keeper off his line, clears it into Simmons, but not able to get control. And once again, Pachuca send it back the other way, this time to the hands of Verona.
Down the line.
Ball into the midfield, loose ball. Simmons picks it up. Here's Valenzuela. On running Rodriguez. Simmons continuing forward as well. It's played to him. On the turn, looking for a chance to put a ball in. It's all the way across to Mitchell. Mitchell's cross in to the edge of the box. Velasquez misses it and Pachuca clears. Paul had the halfway, chested down to Sasha with 2 Pachuca players around him, trying to go through. Gets through. Still with it, now brought down. And gets a free kick. Graham takes the free kick to Paul. Here's Valenzuela. Pachuca read his move and win it back. Coming back to the attack. Valenzuela wins it right back. Paul back to Valenzuela. Playing it in behind. Nobody there on the front line. We'll go out for a goal kick. Two minutes of regular time to go. You'll feel that Potros will need something soon if they're going to have a chance to at least keep their unbeaten streak up. Mitchell. Forward to Simmons. Ball forward, Shasha mistimes it, maybe had the sun in his face, but the Pachuca player can't get control. It's out for a throw. We're now in the final minute of regular time. Mitchell forward to Raymond. It eventually gets cleared into Luke Montes. Out to Rodriguez. Valenzuela. Forward, Raymond flicks it on. Nobody there for the run. Played back to the keeper. Rodriguez continued. Gets around Rodriguez and out to his teammate on the far side. Rodriguez winning it back, but can't find Simmons. They get a throw. Heading into added time. We'll try to see if we can hear how much added time there will be given. Valenzuela throws it to Simmons. He can't keep it in. Cleared by Pachuca. Valenzuela heads it back in. Velasquez picks it up. Back to Shasha. Shasha puts a cross in. Simmons up, heads it, flicks it on. It's Rodriguez. Gets the second touch. It's Raymond. Can't get it into the goal. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell shots blocked and eventually cleared. Nothing wants to go in for Potros today. That was their first opportunity in a while as well.
Go to study.
John Simmons bringing down the Pachuca player, stopping the play.
I'm sorry. Yo, he keeps sleeping. What do you want to do?
Goalkeeper plays the ball into Simmons' back and then immediately tackles to put it out for a throw-in. Rodriguez throws it into Simmons. And a throw-in for Pachuca now. And there is the final whistle. More frustration for Potros as they still look to make their first win of the season. 3 draws and a loss. Now, as we head close to the halfway point, lots of work still to do. Can they turn their season around? They've got Scenic City next week, which will be another tough opponent. They've got to play LSA Mustangs, who sit at the top of the table twice. They've got to play Chattanooga Red Wolves, who also near the top of the table. And they've got to play Atlanta Fire United twice, who currently sit bottom of the table. So they'll need to get some results if they want to stay in a playoff position or can try to at least compete for a title this season. But it doesn't look like things are going the way that they were planning. We'll be back next week, to bring you the next matches. So join us then.
Yo.